This presentation is about the port of Tanger Med in Morocco. The official website does not explicitly mention a mission statement, but states the following. In line with the advanced port governance practices, Tanger Med Port Authority focuses its mission on the management and development of infrastructure, the coordination and operation of the port community, and guarantees the reliability and performance of the services provided to the port's customers. So the following aspects about Tanger Med's mission can be found on different pages on their website: managing and maintaining port infrastructure, developing port activities and capacities, overseeing safety, security, and regulatory functions, promoting Tanger Med as a global trade hub, strengthen Morocco's role in international commerce, operational efficiency and security, as well as stakeholder collaboration. If we were to combine these objectives into an inferred mission statement, we come up with something like the following: to develop, operate, and continuously enhance a world-class port and logistics hub that strengthens Morocco's position in global trade by providing efficient, secure, and high-performance infrastructure through innovation, sustainability, and stakeholder collaboration. We facilitate seamless international trade flows, support industrial growth, and contribute regional economic development. The port was established under the initiative of King Mohammed VI, driven by his vision to accelerate the country's economic development. He took matters into his own hands and laid the foundation for a landmark project that would serve as a model for the nation. His main goal was for the port to become a major international hub, maximizing both imports and exports. He envisioned the port as an essential link in global trade. Today, his vision has become a reality, with the port standing as a key player in the global maritime industry. Now, just like in the case with the mission statement, the official website does not explicitly mention a vision statement. However, the following objectives can be found on different pages of their website: to be a player in the global trade, to be a regional leader around the Mediterranean and Africa, ambition to become a top-ranking port, to be a driver of industrial and trade development, to push for digitalization, automation, and smart logistics, as well as for sustainability and a controlled ecological impact. If we were to combine these objectives into an inferred vision statement, we would come up with something of the following: to be the leading logistics and industrial hub in the Mediterranean and Africa, driving economic transformation through state-of-the-art infrastructure, seamless connectivity, and sustainable growth. Tanger Med aspires to set new global benchmarks in port efficiency, digitalization, and environmental responsibility, positioning itself as a catalyst for economic progress and regional integration. Tanger Med upholds a set of core values that drive its operations and decisions. They define its commitment to excellence, sustainability, and inclusivity, ensuring that the port remains a competitive and responsible player in the global maritime industry. Sustainability is at the center of Tanger Med's strategic vision. The port adheres to international environment standards and certifications, ensuring that its expansion and operations align with ecological preservation and responsible resource management. Key measures include waste and wastewater management, emissions reductions programs, and investment in clean energy resources. With a long-term goal of achieving carbon neutrality by 2030, Tanger Med positioned itself as a leader in green logistics and responsible port management. As a strategic hub connecting Africa and Europe to global markets, Tanger Med prioritizes operational excellence and customer satisfaction. The port ensures high-performance logistics services, competitive turnaround times, and seamless supply chain solutions for global trade stakeholders. Through continuous improvements, investments, and international partnerships, Tanger Med remains one of the world's leaders in global connectivity and logistics efficiency. The port focuses mainly on innovation as a fundamental driver of efficiency and sustainability. By integrating cutting-edge technologies, digital solutions, and automation into the port's operation, they enhance productivity and service quality. Additionally, the organization prioritizes energy transition initiatives, focusing on renewable energy adoption, energy efficiency improvements, and environmental conservation. This commitment ensures that Tanger Med remains a forward-thinking and environmentally responsible logistics hub. Tanger Med is committed to creating a supportive, safe, and enriching work environment for its employees. Through initiative led by the Tanger Med Association for Social Work, AUST, the port provides a wide range of social benefits, training, and career development opportunities. Additionally, Tanger Med is committed to promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion across all levels of the organization. The port actively supports initiatives that encourage women's application in the maritime and logistics sectors, including career development programs and leadership training. Tangermet's corporate objectives align with its mission to enhance Morocco's trade competitiveness, expand its logistics and industrial capacities, and drive sustainable economic development. These objectives define the port's growth and long-term impact on global trade. A key priority for Tanger Med is to expand its port capacity and logistics infrastructure to accommodate increasing global trade volumes. The development of Tanger Med 2 has significantly increased container handling capacity, reinforcing its position as the largest transshipment hub in the Mediterranean. Future expansion projects focus on modernizing terminals, optimizing supply chain operations, and integrating smart logistics technologies to maintain operational efficiency. Tanger Med plays a vital role in supporting industrial development and economic diversification in Morocco. The port operates industrial zones that host over 1,400 companies in over 10 sectors. These zones create employment opportunities to almost 130,000 employees, contributing to both regional and national economic growth. The Port Authority continues to attract foreign direct investment and create an ecosystem that supports competitive industrial production and exports. Now, the port has direct maritime links to over 180 other ports and 17 countries worldwide. The organization aims to further expand its trade routes and strengthen its position in global supply chains. Its investment in state-of-the-art logistics solutions, digitalization, and automation allow for faster and even more efficient cargo handling. The port's objective is to enhance international trade facilitation, reduce logistic costs, and improve trade competitiveness for business operations within its ecosystem. As a major economic player, Tanger Med recognizes the importance of stakeholder relations and social responsibility. The Port Authority actively engages with the local communities, businesses, government agencies, and international investors to ensure inclusive and sustainable growth. Programs focused on education, training, and local infrastructure development are implemented to maximize the social impact and create long-term value for surrounding regions. So, while Tanger Med does communicate its functions and strategic objectives, it does not explicitly provide a traditional mission or vision statement on its official website. A clearly articulated version could help enhance its transparency and corporate identity. Furthermore, a well-defined and publicly available mission and vision could improve engagement with investors, shipping companies, government partners, and local communities by setting clearer expectations about the port long-term commitment. The inferred mission and vision align well with Tanger Med's actual operation and strategic expansion, such as Tanger Med 2, its industrial zones, and its role as a major trade hub for both Africa and Europe. As such, we would argue that Tanger Med could benefit from publishing a formal mission and vision statement to enhance transparency and reinforce its strategic direction to a broader audience. The Port of Tanger Med does not seem to have any long-term grand strategic plannings or mid-term business plans publicly available. Neither on the official website of the Tanger Med Port Authority nor on the official website of the Tanger Med Group can such documents be readily found. Instead of publishing complete strategic documents, Tanger Med opts for a more controlled disclosure approach. The Port Authority communicates strategic information primarily through annual reports, press releases about specific developments, announcements of particular infrastructure projects, and occasional broader statements about future directions. These documents can be found online and downloaded from the official website of the Port Authority. While they reference strategic initiatives and future developments in various communications, these mentions tend to be project specific rather than presenting a holistic strategic planning. The Port Authority likely maintains such documents internally, but chooses to release only selected elements to the public. The absence of a fully disclosed long-term strategic plan and preference for controlled information releases could be driven by commercial, geopolitical, and competitive reasons. Given the port's role as a key gateway between Africa and Europe, disclosing extensive long-term strategies could expose sensitive investment plans or expansion priorities to global competitors. The port does not offer any publicly available justification or explanation on the preference of publishing strategic documents on a shorter time frame rather than long-term strategic plannings. The silence on planning timeframes is, however, consistent with their overall approach of limited strategic disclosure. Information on the internal governance and organization of Tanger Med's planning process is limited. However, it is reasonable to assume that the process involves a combination of internal expertise and collaboration with external consultants. Given the scale and complexity of port development, as well as its national importance, it's likely that the Port Authority engages in extensive internal analysis, feasibility studies, and on the website of the port, information can be found about the members of the board of directors, supervisory board, audit committee, as well as CSR committee. However, further than that, no information can be found about Tanger Med's strategy governance policy. In its CSR report, the Port of Tanger Med conducts a stakeholder mapping and analysis identifying key stakeholder groups, including customers, employees, local communities, the environment, the financial sector, and other partners. Within each group, distinctions are made based on proximity to the port, ensuring that an understanding of their influence and objectives. This stakeholder analysis is presented as an important element in the strategic planning and decision-making of Tanger Med. The port's close alignment with national economic development goals, however, suggests that the Moroccan government plays a leading role in shaping its strategic direction. We will now discuss different aspects of the macro environment of the port of Tanger Med. When reviewing the planning documents of the Tanger Med port, there appears to be no explicit mention of a comprehensive macro-environmental analysis according to common methodologies such as PESTEL, being political, economic, social, technological, ecological, and legal elements. What does emerge clearly is that the port authorities have paid close attention to environmental impacts within their planning processes. For example, the European Investment Bank reports that an environmental impact assessment was carried out in full compliance with Moroccan legislation. This included not only a detailed study of the port's ecological impact, but also the development of a management plan to minimize negative impacts. In addition, research shows that the port has conducted a thorough assessment of its environmental impacts, particularly in the areas of greenhouse gas emissions and particulate pollutants. These assessments primarily focus on the ecological impacts of the port's operation and less on broader macroeconomic or socio-political factors. Thus, based on the available documents, there is no clear indication that a comprehensive pastel analysis or similar methodology has been used to systematically map the macro environment of Tanger Med. The focus is mainly on environmental aspects, which makes sense given the scale and impact of the port project. The Port of Tanger Med has a progressive approach when it comes to forward planning and strategic development. Several reports and investment projects show that not only current needs are taken into account, but scenarios and forecasts are actively used to future-proof the port's infrastructure and logistics capacity. One of the most concrete indications of this is the large-scale expansion strategy announced in January of 2024. The Tanger Med Port Authority, with support from the World Bank, has approved an investment of as much as 650 million euros. This ambitious project focuses on the expansion of passenger and cargo terminals, modernization of entry zones, and further optimization of the logistics chain. The underlying reason for this expansion is a forecast that predicts that the trade through Tanger Med will continue to grow significantly in the coming years. Moreover, statistics from recent years show that the port exceeds expectations time and again. In 2023, the port complex handled 122 million tons of goods, up to 13.6% from the previous year. Import and export activities, in particular, have increased sharply by 21%. Such figures confirm that previous scenario analysis and forecasts were accurate and that Tanger Med is able to respond flexibly to changing trade flows. The way Tanger Med handles planning shows that there is a thoughtful strategy behind it. Rather than simply reacting to economic trends, future scenarios are developed and target investments are made to make the port ready for the coming decades. This makes Tanger Med not only a crucial hub for the world trade today, but also a pioneer in port development with a strong vision for the future. A distinction can be made between port-related activities and cargo segments. The distinction is important because different activities also require different infrastructures and expertise. Making the distinction will also result in more efficient use of space and time, thus higher efficiency. Tanger Med stands out due to its major focus on container transshipment traffic. This is very attractive to large shipping companies. Moreover, this distinction contributes to better infrastructure planning and strategic investments. Tanger Med has several activities. For example, it is one of the most important container ports in the world. This is due to their strategic positioning close to the Strait of Gibraltar. They also offer optimal connectivity because of their excellent hinterland network. On top of that, they also have ro-ro activities, roll on, roll off. Further, the port has vehicle terminals, a car transport terminal, and a rail vehicle terminal. The latter provides more international connectivity. Besides these activities, the port also offers passenger and vehicle transport. This part is completely separated from cargo flows. This allows for better conditions such as greater comfort, shorter waiting time, and better service for waiting passengers. Tanger Med is continuously evolving to strengthen its position as a global trade hub. One of the key areas of focus is the technological innovation with the implementation of a next-generation port management information system, PMIS. This system is designed to optimize terminal resources, reduce idle times, and improve overall efficiency, reinforcing Tanger Med's roles as Africa's leading container hub. Capacity expansion is another major priority, with container traffic expected to surpass 9 million units by the end of 2024, building on the 8.6 million units handled in 2023. The port is set to play an even greater role in Morocco's economic growth and international trade. Ongoing expansion projects, supported by international financing, will increase the port's ability to accommodate trucks and large vessels, further enhancing its logistical capabilities. Sustainability is also at the heart of Tanger Med's future strategy. The port is actively working to integrate more renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power into its operations. Additionally, infrastructure projects are being designed with climate resilience in mind, including the elevation of breakwaters and quays to counter rising sea levels. These initiatives reflect Tanger Med's commitment to balancing growth with environmental responsibility, ensuring long-term sustainability in the face of global challenges. Tanger Med positions itself as a modern, high-capacity port with several distinct competitive advantages. One of its primary strengths lies in its strategic location near the Strait of Gibraltar, serving as a crucial link between Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. This advantageous positioning facilitates seamless integration into global maritime trade routes. Additionally, Tanger Med boasts an extensive infrastructure and capacity, including deep-water berths, advanced container terminals, and facilities capable of handling various types of cargo, which collectively contribute to high transshipment volumes and efficient logistical operations. Furthermore, the port benefits from multimodal connectivity with well-integrated road, rail, and inland waterways networks that ensure the smooth movement of goods. Lastly, Tanger Med continues to invest in technology and knowledge development, leveraging digitalization and innovation to enhance operational efficiency and customer service. Despite these strengths, the port faces several potential weaknesses. One of the key challenges is operational bottlenecks, where peak load periods may result in congestion and delays due to the sheer scale of transshipment activities. Additionally, Tanger Med is susceptible to economic and geopolitical vulnerabilities, as global economic fluctuations and regional political instability could impact long-term planning and investment. Environmental concerns and infrastructure maintenance also present challenges, as the port's high-intensity operations necessitate continuous investments to mitigate environmental impact and sustain infrastructure sustainability. Tangermed's strategic planning documents outline key strategic pathways designed to reinforce its position within global logistics chains. A primary focus is on infrastructure expansion and modernization, with efforts directed towards increasing terminal capacity and optimizing transshipment facilities to accommodate growing container traffic. The port also aims to enhance multimodal connectivity by strengthening transport links via road, rail, and inland waterways, thereby accelerating cargo transit times and reducing logistical costs. Additionally, digitalization and technological innovation remain central to the strategy, with the implementation of smart port solutions and advanced IT systems aimed at process automation and real-life data analytics. In line with global sustainability trends, the port is committed to environmental sustainability and integration, investing in green technologies and eco-friendly measures to reduce its carbon footprint and comply with international environmental standards. Moreover, the port seeks to diversify its service offerings, expanding beyond transshipment activities to develop value-adding services that enhance its economic significance. To successfully execute these strategic objectives, Tanger Med has outlined several key initiatives. In terms of infrastructure development, the port plans to expand its terminal facilities by constructing additional transshipment terminals and enhancing existing structures to boost handling capacity. Furthermore, investment in transport network optimization aim to improve road and rail connections to expedite cargo movement. In the domain of knowledge development and digitalization, the port is fostering collaborations with academic and technical institutions to train personnel in cutting-edge logistics and technological advancements. Concurrently, the adoption of IT solutions such as the Internet of Things and data analytics will facilitate enhanced planning, monitoring, and management of port operations. Lastly, sustainability initiatives are a core focus, with projects dedicated to reducing environmental impact through the implementation of energy-friendly technologies and the promotion of renewable energy sources. Additionally, environmental management programs are being developed to monitor and mitigate the ecological effects of port activities, including waste management and emission reduction measures. By aligning these initiatives with its strategic goals, Tanger Med aims to solidify its role as a leading global logistics hub while addressing potential challenges and promoting long-term sustainability.